Like McKean Fit Fan, what is happening, guys? So we're going to go through the RDL. And obviously this is a very staple movement within every program, but I just want to go through some issues that can arise and how to perform this the best way possible. Still be sending me over your demo videos so that I can see it, critique it, and we can go through it. But again, remember the RDL is primarily working the hamstrings and the glutes also. So we want to make sure when we're lifting and we're going through the exercise with the barbell or the dumbbells, that we do have soft knees. So we don't want to completely obviously bend the knees because it will take the load from the hamstrings and the glutes over to the quads. We want to have a soft bend in the knees, but focus on pushing the hips high and back as much as possible. The hips sort of stay at the same height, and if anything, we're looking at traveling up. We keep the head tall, make sure we're nice and long throughout the spine, so we're not going to have any flexion, but again, we're not having that head all the way up and we're too arched in the lower back. We want to keep everything neutral, and imagine that spine's nice and straight, like imagine a tabletop on that position. Knees are soft, but they aren't fully bent. If you bend your knees, you don't feel hamstrings, glutes, so it's more quads, then we need to take that position from the hip up to the sky a little bit more, where we get that bigger stretch on the hamstring. Now, how far you go down the legs is really all dependent on your flexibility. Some people might feel those hamstrings starting to scream at the knees. Some people might go down a bit further. Now, I don't advocate going down too far. Probably down just about mid-shin height is enough for most people, unless obviously we're like a gymnast or we're just really flexible. But I'm going to go through this on the barbell and then with the dumbbells just to show you. So, when we're on the barbell variation, we're going to lift it up obviously from the rack, so we're not lifting it up from the ground, saving energy. So from here, just shoulder outside leg width apart. Some people that I see quite a lot go really wide with the legs. We need to keep the legs just about shoulder width apart. Too wide will hit too much of the adductors and inner thighs. We want to just focus on the hamstring and the glutes. So from here, shoulder width apart, nice good grip on the bar. Brace the stomach as if you're getting ready for a punch, as if someone's going to punch you right in the belly. From there, you're going to have soft knees, weight evenly distributed across the heel and the mid-foot. From there, you're going to push the hips back, keeping that head coming down with the hips. Hold that position for a wee second. Now, I'm just below the knees, but I'm feeling this tension massively in the hamstrings. You can see that position there. My lats are locked down, so I'm pulling my armpits into my pocket to really engage those lats. The bar isn't drifting away from the legs, it's tight to the shins. And then I'm coming up, boom, squeezing the glutes at the top. We're not overextending at the top, we're just coming up, boom, squeeze tall. So I'll go through a couple of reps just to show again. Gauge the core, lats down towards the pocket, big breath into the stomach. Push back, push back, push back with soft knees, bar close to the legs, nice stretch on the hamstrings, boom, up and squeeze. Another one is don't flex the elbows. Elbows stay as long as possible throughout this movement so that we're not taking the load away from the lats, the glutes and the hamstrings onto the forearms or the biceps. Let's push the hips back, push back, push back, push back. Hold, 2, 1, up, squeeze the glutes. So, that's me going through it with obviously the barbell. Dumbbells, just a little quick tutorial. Now, a lot of people have the dumbbells at the front. The barbell does obviously put a wee bit more stress on the posterior chain, but with the dumbbells at the front, I feel that it can lead to a little bit more work on the low back. So for me, have the dumbbells at like a nice 45-degree angle, so they're not right at the front. They're at this 45-degree angle where you've got so much more room to push back. Here, it just shifts the load a wee bit too forward and pulls you down and may then cause you to start to lean over and flex that spine. So we're here, side of the legs, push back, same thing, 2, 1, boom, up and squeeze, 2, 1, boom, up and squeeze, yes? So that's a wee tutorial. Obviously, if you're having troubles with it, send the videos through. I'll go through it with you, obviously, with those videos, and we can start to obviously go through any form issues that you're having that's individual to you, and then we'll sort that and fix that. But yeah, that's the RDL over and out.